Borussia Dortmund start of the second half of the season. Yeah, it's after a first half of the season of out in the second round of the DFB Pokal, losing 1-0 away to Wolfsburg in the Champions League. Ninth in the league bit of the Champions League competition, so 50-50 that Borussia Dortmund straight into the round of 16 or the playoff, but 2 matches remaining in the league bit of that. And 6th in the Bundesliga with 25 points, 2 points off Frankfurt and RB Leipzig, and 2 points behind in Stuttgart, albeit Stuttgart are 10th, but Stuttgart are 2 points off European spots off the top 6. Borussia Dortmund are in a Europa Conference League spot at this point in 6th, and Frankfurt are 3rd to 4th. Well, Frankfurt and RB Leipzig, 3rd to 4th, 2 points higher. But yeah, I'd say the season for Borussia Dortmund this season is a competitive European spot season. And I'd say the club replaced a tactical to a point manager in Edin Terzic with maybe an attacking style of play to a point manager in Nuri Sahin. Nuri Sahin as a player, quite the left foot as a player, Nuri Sahin, but as a manager, I'm not sure what level Nuri Sahin is as a manager over the season at this point. Attacking style to play, there's a style to play, and so there is a style to play, but the level of Sahin as a manager, I'm not sure at this point. And I'd say the season for Borussia Dortmund is a competitive European spot season. I'd say maybe over the season 4th to 6th. But yeah, and into the next board of the club, I'd say maybe it'll be one of two things. Well, Borussia Dortmund, maybe 4th to 6th, but Champions League football, no Champions League football board. Maybe there's the Club World Cup revenue anyway. So another season of Nuri Sahin with a process type thing, maybe. There'll be the Club World Cup revenue as well as the in-stadium match revenue and the memberships revenue for the football club. Or it may be, Sahin the next season, if Borussia Dortmund are in the Champions League. Maybe. I'd say it's maybe one of those two things. And the sporting director, Sebastian Kehl, that played with Nuri Sahin at Borussia Dortmund, is very much Sahin is all right enough with the team. So, and the sporting director is part of signings and that, as well as the head coach, manager, and the top one, the board of the club, really. So, if the sporting director is for the manager, that's sort of a bit of backing, really, anyway. So, I'm not sure what the board would have for Sahin with Borussia Dortmund for Borussia Dortmund have got to finish with results-wise over the season. That's hard to say. In the first half of the season, yes, changed it a bit for the start of the match home to Bayern Munich into Klassiker. All right enough team performance and got very close to winning that match, drew 1-1, got very close to winning. Had the team performance and utilised it. The RB Leipzig winning 2-1 at home, had the 7-1 at home to Celtic, but lost competitive away matches like to Augsburg, Union Berlin, and Mainz, as well as losing away to Wolfsburg in the first round of the DFB Pokal. Like, finished the first half of the season winning 3-1 away to Wolfsburg, utilising it in game management enough. But yeah, like the second half of the season, I'd say it may be like on a Bundesliga predictor after prediction about matches. After predictions, like finished it with about 58 points for Borussia Dortmund. That'd be about 5th to 6th. That would maybe be Europa League or Europa Conference League. And I say that as I'm not sure this season Bundesliga will have the like other European spots in, like for a 5th Champions League spots, and then another European spot after that type thing this season, like last season. So I'd say top 4 this season. That it may be a top 4 rather than a top 5 this season for next season's Champions League. And yeah, I'd say if it's 58 points, that would be about 5th at highest, so 56. So Europa League or Europa Conference League maybe. Frankfurt have had an all right enough first half to the season, and yeah, I'd say RB Leipzig would be top 3 over the season. Stuttgart, yes, 10th, but they're 2 points off European spots, and they've got Sebastian Hoeneß. They're well coached. I'd say they'd still get an amount of points, and they'll be in European spots over the season. Frankfurt, Omar Mouj may or may not be sold, but they've got a bit of talent in their team still. Like Borussia Dortmund, I'd still say 8 to 9 out of 10 wins in home matches. There's home matches in the second half of the season, like Stuttgart at home. Still got to play Stuttgart at home, and I'd say 2 other home matches to utilise it over match the competitive teams in home matches. I'd say be Werder Bremen and Mainz. They're 2 clubs and teams having all right enough seasons. They're competitive. And then maybe types of matches Borussia Dortmund have got to utilise enough over match to maybe win like 2 to 3-1 or something. Maybe, potentially. So they're 3 home matches as well as Bayer Leverkusen in the next match, the first match of the second half of the season on Friday. So those 3 to 4 home matches, I'd say, yeah, with the European spots, maybe going to be like amount of competitive matches, points, and as well away matches like Freiburg, Bochum in like, it's not Borussia Dortmund v Schalke Revier derby, but it's the other derby match, and Bochum away is a competitive match, so there's that, as well as Freiburg away, St. Pauli away. St. Pauli are competitive, and like, so yeah, matches like that. So there are matches in the second half of the season, like, yep, still got an amount of competitive away matches and potentially competitive home matches like Mainz and Werder Bremen, as well as the matches at home to Bayer Leverkusen and Stuttgart. I'd say from after 58 points in a predictor type thing for the season from Borussia Dortmund's 25 points at this point in the season, if Borussia Dortmund won like 2 more matches than I'd have predicted for the rest of the season, that'd be about 63 points, and that may be in the top 4. That may be top 4, like top 2 in the Bundesliga, like 71 points, just over that will be top 2, and then over 60 points will be top 4, and then like 50 something points will be 5th to 6th. So yeah, like with the Champions League, got Bologna away and Shakhtar Donetsk at home in the 2 next league bits of the Champions League. And yeah, I'll say I went home to Shakhtar Donetsk in the last of the league matches, league bit of the expanded Champions League. I'd say maybe a 3-1 winning that match, but Bologna away. Yeah, I'd say 2 quick goals, or maybe like the first half away to Wolfsburg for Borussia Dortmund. If Borussia Dortmund are to win that match away to Bologna, I'd say a draw away to Bologna. It may be playoff for Borussia Dortmund. I'd say if Borussia Dortmund win, Borussia Dortmund may potentially be straight into round 16 if they win away to Bologna. If they win away to Bologna and at home to Shakhtar Donetsk, then maybe just about enough points for top 8 straight into round of 16. But a win away to Bologna may be required for that. But yeah, I'd say it's 50-50. If it's playoff or straight into round 16, and if playoff, well, there'll be some teams in that, and it'll be a competitive round. My prediction for the Champions League this season, I'd say playoff to quarterfinals. Like, I'm not sure Borussia Dortmund are going to win the amount of types of matches they won last season get to a final. Like, got an attacking style to play type manager last season and a tactical manager. Like, I'd say both managers to a point, but Edin Terzic in the Champions League competition, like, as predicted, but still competitive chance of getting to the next bit of the Champions League from round 60, round 6 quarterfinal Champions League, or further than predicted like last season to the final. Like Terzic in the Champions League utilised, and yeah, in that competition, like he could get enough points in the group, or he could win enough over 2 matches in that competition. Is more of a European competition manager than a League and Cup one. Like, tactical manager to a point, but still. Sahin, well, with an attacking style of play manager, like tactical managers, you got the utilise options of players, but you got game management option more as well. With a style of play type manager, it's utilise options of players, but maybe not game management. So I'm not sure Borussia Dortmund are going to have the game management to get quite the Champions League run of last season. I'd say more playoff to quarterfinals. Yes, the only 2 matches Borussia Dortmund have lost in this season's Champions League is Real Madrid away and Barcelona at home. But if Borussia Dortmund had the game management in the 2 matches more of last season's Champions League, may have got 2-2 all draws, and that may be 2 more points that had maybe got Borussia Dortmund just a little bit closer to the round of 16. But then, yeah, the Borussia Dortmund have won other matches in and around that. But yeah, one of the other matches, 3-0 away to Bruges. 3-0 away to Bruges. Yeah, 7-1 at home to Celtic. 1-0 at home to Graz, and 3-0 away to Dynamo Zagreb. Like, so yeah, it's 50-50, I'd say, if it's playoffs or straight into round of 16. I'd say, like, if Borussia Dortmund are not in the Champions League next season, it's I'm not sure if Sahin is Borussia Dortmund manager next season after that. If Borussia Dortmund are in the Champions League next season, after a competitive European spot season, and that's probably the season this season, then I'd say it's 50-50 that Sahin's the manager next season. but then it is going into the next board of the club. And yeah, the next match for Borussia Dortmund at the start of the second half of the season, I hope to Bayer Leverkusen on Friday. And yeah, like Bayer Leverkusen finished the first half of the season all right enough, winning in all competitions. They may get top 8 in the round in the league, but the Champions League straight into the round of 16. Got a competitive away match in the Champions League in one of the last 2 matches, but they may get top 8 straight in round 16. I'd say they've got a competitive chance of getting to maybe a semi-finals in the Champions League this season. That went away to Bayern Munich in the DFB Pokal and finished the first half of the season 4 points off Bayern Munich off the top of the Bundesliga. So yeah, Bayer Leverkusen going into the match on Friday, like Xabi Alonso's team are just winning that little bit more. Borussia Dortmund finished the first half season with the first away win of the season in the Bundesliga. It helps, and yes, not lost at home in the Bundesliga at this point. I'd say a team performance of like the Borussia Dortmund matches, of the Bayern Munich RB Leipzig matches are required. That and got to play it all right enough. But a team performance like the RB Leipzig and Bayern Munich matches, then I'll say maybe Borussia Dortmund rather may get a win or a draw, maybe, but got to score first, I'd say. But yes, second half of the season close to starting.